How is everybody doing today? Oh man, got another bamboo. Right in this box right here. This one was bought, broken. I know it's broken. I know, well, okay. I was told that it was broken. I bought it because it's broken, because I want to figure out the failure mode and if we can fix it. This is from a fan. Thank you to Russ. I appreciate you cutting me a awesome deal on this machine. And I have no clue what's in this box. I have had this box for a few months now. It's been a minute that I've had this thing. And now that the weather is somewhat chilly out, let me... Of course, it's not going to... Oh, will it show me on my watch? What's the temp right now? It doesn't. It's not updating. Cool. It's like 75 out, which is chilly for this time of the year in Florida, which means my air conditioner is not running like crazy, which means I feel comfortable working out here. So we're going to get this thing opened. Remember, this is an X1 carbon. I have no idea if it has an AMS or not. So let's get the steak knife and find out. Yeah, we bought this machine broken. It came like this. This is exactly how you guys will see it. We get to see it together. And I have a Canon camera now, one of the camcorders that we used to use. It actually was the old main A cam as the new webcam. Similar to what Nero does. Thanks for reminding me I should do that, dude. And yeah, we're gonna use that so we can zoom in on things should we need to. This thing was packed with duct tape, and that means it's kind of a pain to open. But I hope everyone is doing good. If you missed it, we did put out a video earlier today. This is going to be the new like timing for the stream, so I hope you guys do like it. Assuming these do well. I think later in the afternoon might work better for most people, and at least until it gets hot again. This actually works for me, but if we did it on the old schedule... Oh, I'm hitting the table. Things are going up. If we did it on the old schedule where things were actually next week, I'd run into a meeting. Hey, there's Russ. Russ, it's your bamboo. We're gonna figure out what's actually broken with it. But yeah, this is Russ's bamboo. We're gonna dig into it. Russ, you have good duct tape. A+ for having good duct tape. I think that's his signature. So I haven't opened it either. So I just need to make sure there's really nothing on it. He said, "You'll see." Oh man. When I say what's wrong and all they say is "you'll see," you know we're in for a good time. Russ, is this your signature? Thank you for signing that. I think it's your signature. And it looks like I've had this printer since 9/24. Okay, I haven't had it that long. OMG Frankie wants to know what I just did. Don't know yet. And if you guys are new here, make sure to like the stream and hang out with us. Got some foam. Oh, it does have an AMS. Fancy. I have a pile of foam from the Cheaty Tech printer. So, yeah, what's on the print bed? Here. Let me give you guys some of the little bit of the top down as well. We can see this together. Some of the old foam. Don't need that. We're going. Hey, the glass didn't break. Dude, this whole thing is stuck together with duct tape. Oh man. That's gonna be interesting. I'm a little worried. You sent it in April. Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a bit. Yeah. I want to talk about it. 20 bucks says he breaks it on stream. Well, build on sound. Great thing to know. This printer is already broken, so I can't break it more. This is as low as the table goes, so I guess now's a better time than any. Let's get it out. Grant saw 4 and it looked like a 9. Could be. Yeah, it could be 424. And yes, you can break it more. I love how everyone's like, no, you can make it more broken. You can make it more broken. Oh, MacBoy Pro. MacBoy Pro, send me an email. Or if you know me on Discord, DM me on Discord and I will get you into the Discord. But yeah, so when Russ reached out about this, I said, dude, I'll totally take a look at it. He wanted us to open it on stream. And yeah. The hard thing for me is how do I get this thing out of the package? Because traditionally, you've got to... Oh, I don't want to Uncle Jesse the lid. Oh, I don't want to break glass. You know what? Let's do this, because I can probably pull it from the lid itself. We're going to cut the duct tape off. And we are going to... we're going to take the lid off and see if we can just pull it from the inside on like the printer frame and that kind of area. See if that will help us. Jonathan says cut the box. I don't want to cut the box. Everyone says cut the box, cut the printer, just cut around it. I love how you guys just want to see me break this thing. Like, we're not going to do that. We're not going to purposefully break it. Let's go with that. All right, Cheaty Tech, you hold the glass. You hold the glass. All right. So, we didn't talk about this in the in any of the marketing, but it was told to me that this printer actually caught fire. And I didn't want to cause, like, unnecessary panic for Bambu owners, because we don't know how this caught fire yet, but I was told that it did catch fire. So, hi, Will, if you're in here. But I made it very clear to my team and to kind of everyone that knew about this printer that we did not want to, like, kind of advertise that it caught fire, but it did. It caught fire. Oh, Wexter's here. Wexter said he heard fire, so naturally he's here. If you don't know, Wexter has a bit of a history with fire. Oh, I didn't get the glue off. Well, that'll be fun. Woo. There's a little bit of mildew. There's a little bit of mold on the side of the printer. It's because it's been in my garage for a few months. Sorry, Russ. But I finally now have a more comfortable place to stream, so that is... I don't know what that is, but it's coming with me. Alright. Caught fire. Also, what am I doing? I have a sit-stand table. Bring this up so I can work. Like, why... Work smarter, not harder, guys. Work smarter, not harder. No, just got hot. Okay. I should probably also invest in, like, a decent Lazy Susan for out here, but I haven't done that. Okay. Gotta get all the duct tape off. Duct tape. I mean, the sound of the duct tape is very satisfying, so good job on the duct tape. I wanted to open this on stream so we all can kind of get an idea of what happened together. I think that that's kind of important. We try to figure out what went wrong and why. Alright. I got parts. Whoa, hey. 0.8 nozzle. Nice. Thanks, Russ. We got some air. AMS cable. Screen. Ooh. Oh, it's the old toolhead system. Okay. All right. Okay. We've got more bubbles. We've got a bag. Oh, we got a bag with angry stuff in here. Okay, we'll look at that together. We've got another AMS cable. The AMS. Everything on the AMS looks okay, so we're just going to set that down over here. We got a Wham Bam PEX plate. Cool. Thanks, Russ. I actually brought out a plate because I didn't know if it was going to come with one. And... okay. It has the smell. That smelly smell that smells smelly, if you will. Something is not happy on this printer. And legitimately, I'm not 100% certain what that is. But what I can tell you is something on this printer does not smell happy. And traditionally, we very much want that. Very much want printers to smell happy. Which friggin' way does this go? So I'm trying to get the, there we go. Sensor back in. Duct tape here. Oh! Okay, we've got a connector that has completely ripped off of a toolhead board. This is the old toolhead board, though. And, we gotta look into that. So we've got a couple of connectors here that are just straight missing. Alright, we're gonna dig into the toolhead board here in just a second. Let me bring this up a little bit higher so it's easier for me to look at and work on. The other thing I'm going to do is move things around so that you guys have a better angle view of what's going on. So give me just a second. How's everybody's day doing? Hopefully everyone's having a decent day so far. Body cam idea. That's pretty much what we're going to do here. I am sticking this camera kind of right in front of me so that whatever I'm going to basically be looking at, I can have you guys look at too. And we'll see if that works for right now. All right, work with me for just a second here. Let me get all that turned on. Let me make sure. Because I can now see what you guys see, so now I can do things like this. Oh, all right, the wide angle's giving some of the Michael Bay here, so let's take that off. We don't need that. Okay. Yeah, we've got a wide angle here. I keep them around because they are nice when you're trying to look at stuff, but yeah, not really all that necessary here. So we can see on the board that the original connector, that is for the extruder. Yeah, it's for the extruder filament runout sensor, I believe. No, God, I forget what half these cables go to. Okay, I'm told it should just be this. So, yeah, I don't have a setup that also has me. So, all right, we'll just do this for now. So we can see the damage done to the cable there. That connector is totally missing. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, so there's the camera you guys are looking at. Let me do a couple of things here. So we got to take a look at everything that came with it so we can get an idea of how this failure mode occurred. So to do that, let's I need a place to like kind of work on something that I can put on camera. Right? That's the fun problem. So, all right, here we have one of the original hot ends. The original hot end looks okay. There's nothing appears to be wrong with it. We have the front cover. Everything smells angry. It smells like something kind of got a little burny. I don't know why. We have spare hot ends. Here, let me go back to normal so you guys can see. Main with webcam. Actually, let's do normal main. Main overhead. There we go. So we've got a hot end here. We have some filament that's stuck in it. That might give us some clues. So far, I'm not certain. Nothing immediately conclusive about this, but we definitely have what appears to be a filament issue from this hot end. Which means it was also a cutter issue. We've got another complete hot end with a similar filament issue. This looks like there was a dual color silk filament, possibly. This one is messed up too. I don't know, Yeah, so we're definitely gonna need some new boards. We've got a bunch of new screws. We're gonna definitely need some new boards. We know that for sure. Because let's go back to the webcam only. So the reason I say things look angry is take a look at this board. You see all the burn on it? You see all the mess? So I don't know what exactly causes that. Like, look, yeah, you see right up there. It's just kind of nasty and burned. It could be grease, but it's coming off of my hands and it's not coming off like grease. So what I want to do is back this up a little bit and let's go ahead and get these boards off here. Do we have the screw thing? Do. Let's see. Is this actually free? It might be. No, it's not. So we got to get this one small screw out. Then there are 3 small screws to take the extruder out. They are not messed up. Just forgot to remove the filament from unchanging. Okay. Russ says they're good, so I say they're good. What the heck? Are these not the right screws? This should be the right size Allen key for it, but apparently it's not. So let me get some of the other Allen keys, and we'll try to figure out what happens. Because so far I haven't figured it out. Russ said I should be able to figure it out. Other than the connector that got ripped off, I don't exactly have a good idea. So we need to go ahead and remove this from here. Oh god, I see the problem. Oh my god, oh my god. This here, the filament sensor. Oh my god, the filament sensor. Oh, we're gonna, oh my god. Oh my god. I just saw the filament sensor. Oh man, yeah, we're gonna take a look at that here in just a second, but it looks like the filament sensor got really angry. Really angry. So we're gonna undo this until the cutter comes out. Now the cutter is out. We can swing the cutter out of the way. Now we have a couple of bolts left to do. I'm gonna push you guys up a little bit closer. Sorry for the lens flare. It's just, it's there for effect. So we've got a few screws. So we got one there, one there, one there that we need to get out. Whoops. I smacked it. Smacked the camera, my bad. Two connectors just came off the daughter boards. Yep. Yeah, so we definitely have, you know, a connector off the daughter board there. We're going to end up checking the back of the printer too, but yeah, the filament runout sensor here is not happy. Weird. Oh well. All right, cutter's out of the way. So now it's time to not get, why? That's really weird. That doesn't work. That should be the right screw size for this. Interesting. So this hex key, as far as I'm aware, is supposed to be the right hex key for these. Mike Dixon says the cutter's not out of the way. The cutter is plenty out of the way. I have done this so many times, but if you really want, just move it a little bit more. Also looks like the spring for the cutter has come out, so we'll look at doing that. Oh, I need my... You guys tell me I need to invest in an electric screwdriver. I'm going to go get my electric screwdriver. Thanks for reminding me, because I have one. I'm going to go... oh, God. That's not good. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my electric screwdriver, because that is a smart idea. Is it on set? No, it's not on set. Of course it's not on set. I'm gonna go inside. Give me like 60 seconds. 60 seconds or less. There's so much foam over here. Got it. Okay. Alright. Got it. I forgot to bring this out to the set. That's on me. We're good now. We got it out here. Alright. I don't know if this one's any good, but it was cheap, and I've had it for a bit, and, I don't know. We can get it to work great. If we can't, we can't. So it's an M2.5, which makes sense. That means it's an M3. So M2.5. No, it's not. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's not the right size. These screws are a different size. So that's really weird. Yeah, come on. There we go. It's an M2. Or it's a 2mm hex. Okay. Alright, let's get the next one out here. Did they change their did they change their screw size at some point? Because I thought it was I think they changed their screw size at some point. Okay. Whoop, that went away. Oh, this is a completely different filament sensor. It's not the filament sensor. What the heck? Okay, so... yeah. Oh, crap, you guys don't... The camera's not working. The webcam's not working. Hold on. Damn it. When I dropped the thing, it got messed up. Give me just a second. That is something that I have to figure out. Okay, there you go. Now it's working. Alright. So, this has changed. This filament sensor is not the same as the one on either of my previous Bambu X1 carbons. So that's weird. We're gonna keep digging into this extruder because I feel like that's important. Where's the glass lid? So let's put that on. That way I've got a bit of a work surface that we can work on. So we're gonna pull this one apart and get into it. Okay, this was a Kickstarter machine, Russ says. So I guess this makes some sense. Okay. The C920 had the same problem, Jonathan. It's, the issue is the hub that I'm using and the fact that I have a USB extension, so it's... It's got nothing to do with, the camera. Okay, so we got a lot of grime in here. Ooh, buddy, do we have a lot of grime. Alright, let's look into this and see what's going on in here. This is way better than doing it by hand. I've taken these extruders apart so many times by hand. It's not even funny at this point how many times I've done it. Okay. Alright, let's zoom in some and have a look. Right on the Bambu logo. So, these gears are really dirty. This could be carbon dust? Let me see, no, the rods are actually pretty clean on this thing, so it's not going to be carbon dust. The extruder gear teeth are a little bit mangled, but I think it's just got regular bits of PLA and stuff in it. No big deal. Okay. Do we have some rust on this gear? Let's look at this a little bit closer. Enhance. Oh, too close. Back it out. Back it out. Careful. Careful. Okay. There might be a little bit of rust on these gear teeth. But I'm not 100% sure. But I guess for hardened steel, that's not too unreasonable. So Will's here. Will says this is filament dust. It doesn't smell like filament dust. Just gonna say it doesn't smell like filament dust. All right, let's reassemble this thing because it looks like it's pretty good otherwise. She ain't clean, but the bill of health is there. Okay, Will says that this can be that filthy, so there are jokes to be made, but I will be the adult and not make the adult jokes here. Duh. You know, because I'm an adult that doesn't make fun of others. Alright. Get this all screwed back together. As long as this is not an issue, then I'm not going to worry too much about it. Andrew Rogers wants to know if it tastes like filament dust. It's a great question. I'm not going to know the answer to that because I'm not. No. I'm sorry, but we're not doing that. All right, so the filament sensor is different. So I guess they've changed the filament sensors. So I had thought the filament sensor had a bit of a problem. It did not. Filament sensor is okay. We definitely have a board issue, but I'm going to have to order... So, let's take the cover off again. By the way, having issues with the Cheaty Tech. So, if someone knows why the Cheaty Tech's MCU error would happen over and over, let me know, because I don't know. I say we look to try to boot this machine up and see what it yells at us, but for sure, and Will, this is so you can see it. We definitely have a, it's the old toolhead board, but we can see we've got a connector up here that's broken and a connector down here that's just flat missing. But we're gonna keep looking, right? That's the kind of stuff that we want. We want to keep understanding how the damage occurred. So, yeah, let's not turn it on for right now. Let's actually dig into the machine and continue to find ways that we can fix it. Ultimately, fixing it is what's important to me. Or at least understand what I need to place an order for. Because, yeah. Kind of need to do that. Alright. We're going to jump into actually taking the tool head apart. So we can take a look at the back of it. So I'm going to move away from... Well, I guess we'll leave the webcam on. Oh, there's a moth inside of one of our studio things. Well, that's fun. Okay. Lewis G says it's something to do with the EMMC. So I'm gonna need new PTFE, but I have plenty of that to spare. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull off the rest of the toolhead board assembly because we're gonna have to do this anyways. We don't really have a choice. So, like, nope, that's the wrong one, Grant. There we go. We're gonna have to tear apart the toolhead board because this toolhead assembly is old. They no longer sell this, so we're gonna have to flat out replace everything in it, which is 2 boards and a ribbon cable. I've actually done it on an X1 Carbon before. And this is so convenient that I can much easier get apart this this tool head assembly because again we're going to need to do it. What I will do is I will go ahead and order the parts when we're done with the stream today because I'm fairly certain it's just going to be a new set of tool head boards. I will order the parts and maybe in 2 weeks we can get them all installed, or maybe I'll just do them myself in a separate stream. I don't know, man. It's always this debate of, you know, is everything content? Everything is content. Everything is content. Also, props to Bambu for having a really decent magnet on the bottom, because I can just drop the screws and they just hit the table. They hit the little table down there. It's great. So this is apparently a Kickstarter machine, according to the user, who's actually in the chat now. So everybody say hi to Russ. And yeah, I guess part of the issues that he had was dealing with all this. So connectors getting damaged somehow. So there's probably another screw down here. There is. custom wire the old ones. I mean, we could. And so I think it's Tim is asking about the other toolhead boards that I have. I do have other boards. Unfortunately, they're for P1Ps, so they won't fit into this machine. So I will have to order those boards. Thankfully, now Bambu does enable you to order these parts. So this should be a relatively quick process and hopefully relatively painless. And last I checked, the price is actually pretty reasonable, so I'm not going to complain. Let's see what else we got. As Zombie would say, did you try leveling the bed? Well, no, I haven't. But we're not, just out of an abundance of safety concerns, we are not going to be turning on this printer. It's melted a board connector already, and I don't know if that's just because it got ripped off or the connector itself actually melted, but for right now I don't feel all that comfortable going through and doing that, so we're not going to. All right, we have those off. Let me get you guys in just a little bit closer. Completed tool head board is $50. Front cover with fan is $20. I've got a front cover with fans, so we're okay there. But for $50, yeah, I got to go ahead get one of those ordered. Will, if you want, just put together a tab for me and DM me on Twitter with everything that I need so we can get it ordered in, because I would like to see if we can get this thing working. I don't know what else has changed. So this is a Kickstarter printer. So... yeah, this one is a little bit different than any of the ones that I... so we gotta get all of these off. Again, like, the fit and finish on these is just so good. Also, you guys probably want this reversed, don't you? You guys probably want that reversed. And take that off. Then take this off. No major issues there. Hey, those that have been watching my saga with Bambu will recognize this exact position. I have done this more than my fair share of times. We're going to go down a little bit again. Don't worry. I have more zoom where that came from. Okay. I'm also trying not to put my head in the way. You know, trying not to get in the way for you guys. But yeah, we definitely have a missing connector from this old tool head board. Let's see. So Bambu went from this style of like multiple ribbon cable to a flat flex ribbon cable, which I am personally not a huge fan of. I prefer a much better system. Wait, Will says I need a cutter lever. The cutter's fine, Will. Cutter's fine. Complete. Let's see. Extruder's 45. It looks like we're okay on the extruder. I don't know. Oh, Russ is apparently running a P1P now. I didn't know that. Didn't realize you went back to Bambu after all this. I guess we can leave that on. It's not that big of a deal. Let's get our system here. Let's keep getting cables out. This is our next step. Is the audio breaking up? It shouldn't be. I'm not noticing that we're having any issues. I'm not getting yelled at. If you guys are having issues with the audio, just refresh the stream. Okay, audio's fine. I am debating on going to a lavalier set, because I have them now. Boy, these old tool head boards are big. Jeez. I'm going to go around to the front of the printer, because it's just I want to make sure that I'm taking out all the boards that I need to here. Oh yeah, okay. I am literally pulling everything out of this printer. Alrighty. No big deal. No big deal. So, I'm not really going to worry about all that schmoo. We're just going to go ahead and cut around it because ultimately this board is screwed anyways. So this is all just the silicone glue. Part of me doesn't like this when companies do it because it makes repairing the product so much more difficult. But at the same time, I get it because it means you don't have issues in shipping. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's see. You're supposed to heat it up. Let me see if I got a pair of cutters. We can just slowly snip away at it. We do. I don't know if Will is just like yelling at his computer right now. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. T is asking, can you upgrade all the boards on the old machines? Yeah, to some extent, you can. But, you know, it requires a lot of boards. So, had this machine been a newer machine, I would only have needed just this front board. We wouldn't have needed anything else from it. So, a lot of... I don't know, the glue is often, because the machine moves so fast, I understand the glue to some extent. But from a right to repair standpoint, a lot of this is just done to make it difficult for somebody to get in. And the likelihood of you causing damage in the process is way higher than you think. Because if everything is white, and it all looks to be the same color, you don't know what is friend and what is foe, and so often you end up cutting the wrong thing. I think I accidentally did that on a Bambu at one point, but it didn't actually affect anything. At least that we could find. You know, I even brought out the micro SD card from my previous X1 carbons. Like, I do not have a functioning X1 carbon in the shop right now. Well, this is the only X1 carbon in the shop. Well, okay, technically it's the other one is in a box. UPS comes and gets it tomorrow. But yeah, I thought this would be like kind of a fun little experiment to see how repairable they are. And Will's gonna hate me, but what Will doesn't know is that I'm going to be using a full burner email and burner account because I want to make sure that I'm not getting any special permission for any of this stuff. Alrighty, so we got the board here. You guys can take a look at it. So we have the one little tab damaged here on that connector. Yep, it's gone. Popped right off. But we have this bottom connector here that has completely ripped itself off the board. And I think this was actually one of the problems with these older boards and why they moved away from it. On top of it, this ribbon cable assembly unit here, they went to a flat flex. On the back side, it's a V5. So anyone that's wondering, it's the V5 Extruder board. I think the last ones I got were V9s. Yeah, I think they were V9s. Yeah, the pad's completely ripped off too. If we had, like, everything for it, I might have tried to resolder it, but, like, for 50 bucks, I'm not going to be bothered to fix it. Alright. From here, since we're going to have to do this anyways, looks like, yeah, every one of these connectors is going to have to come off. I am probably going to pick the printer up and turn it around because I think that's just going to be a lot easier for me. So, get this out of the way. Shut the door. There is a bug inside of one of our studio lights. I can see its shadow moving around. It's probably a moth that got in there. It is likely not having a great day because that is a 80-watt light. That is going to be very, very warm. Okay. Lift with no story, just Fail to start. I found it. Yep. Okay. Huh. Steven Z says, wait, I can potentially see Grant solder. You can see that in the, what video was that? I did it, I had to do some soldering in the, Flying Bear video. Where I accidentally cut a cable during a live stream. And had to prove that I don't suck at soldering to everybody on the stream all at the same time. So that was fun. And by fun, I mean it was terrifying. Because that's the kind of stuff that I don't like doing. Ducky says, get that moth out of here. Yeah, when the stream is over, I will take care of it. But since the stream is not over, the moth will stay there for now. Okay. I don't know if the webcam is going to be of any value. Yeah, it's really not. It's a tough one to see. So I think we're going to go ahead and go back to this one. That might work. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue to get the boards out of the printer. So there is one flat flex cable on the machine. I mean, I even brought out a bunch of stuff to like print with it. No, we are not printing with this printer today. All right, at this point, can I pull it? No, I can't. All right, we got this one flat flex down here that we got to get rid of. You likely get better customer support with a burner account than your real one. They know what a headache you are. Yeah. Whoop, dropped a screw. We got it. Ugh. Well, hey, Will, at least they're not going to admit to me being a KOL on a burner account when they don't know who I am. But I probably don't need to contact support for this. It's kind of obvious to me what we need, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So here I'm going to pop off the flat flex cable. I'm going to, here, I guess, might as well give you guys that view. It's not a great view, but it's a view. So we pop the flat flex ribbon out. Now we're going to swing the board outward. Once it's out, we can remove that cable. Troy J says, burn your email. Hello, my name is Amber. No, I actually use my cat. Yeah. So anyone that emails the YouTube email, it is me replying. So if you email YouTube at 3dmusketeers.com and you're a company, I will reply back as the cat. But, it's just as a person named Victoria. Only one company is like, why is your cat replying to emails? And I'm like, yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. All right, Will says we need to do some other work. Will DM'd me that we need to do some other work here as well. Will, is this work that I'm supposed to do on stream, or is this work that you want me to do with just you and I a little bit later? And, if that's the case, that's fine. I recognize that there is some stuff that we need to do to determine some things, and I'm not trying to make anything harder than it already is at this point. Zombie says looks fine to him. Yeah, this side looks good, but you know what doesn't look good, Zombie? That there's a missing connector. We have two versions of the B9 boards, but I'm pretty certain you are on the single laser, not dual. So what's the difference on the single versus the dual red laser? I'm curious. Is there like a quality difference in the machine? Because like that's a big difference to go from a single laser to a dual laser. And so does that mean that people that have these older Kickstarter printers actually have... Chompin says one laser is the difference. Yeah. I get it. Great. My mods are my problems. It's not the chat. No, it's the mods. The mods are the problem in here. When cables are wrapped in tape, man. Tesla's just did a perfect first print on her X1 Carbon. So happy for you. I have not had a perfect print on an X1 Carbon in months. I've had nothing but struggles. And I'm hoping that even though this one comes with some pre-built struggles, that I am kind of expecting these struggles, right? I knew this when I got it. Yeah, I'm very curious to know what the difference is between the single and dual laser models. That's standard. You turn your biggest trolls into mods. No, I turn my friends into mods, and who knew they're the problem? It's tight. How are you supposed to get that out, man? That doesn't... Am I just gonna have to come all the way back here to do it? Yep, I am. Okay. Alright, we have some connectors on the side of the board that we're gonna have to remove. And some connectors on the top. So let's get the ones from the side off. Yeah, for those that don't know, I've had less than stellar experience with Bambu Lab printers. I have had like problem after problem after problem after problem. And I unfortunately just returned and boxed up my second X1 Carbon. I paid for both of them. This is technically my third X1 Carbon. This one did come damaged, so like we obtained it knowing that there was damage on it. Let's see. Okay, a couple more screws and we're gonna be done here. Or not screws, a couple more bumpers. Just one more connector here at the bottom. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take out this old ribbon cable because I know those are no longer used. Okay. That. All right. There we go. We have the old toolhead boards. So these are old boards that are no longer supported from Bambu. And you have to replace this board too. So this board's actually fine. As far as I can tell, there's no superficial damage or otherwise to this board. It is totally fine. However, yeah, there's nothing that we can do. Okay. All right, Will says we got to take a look at the micro LiDAR. So Will, what do I need to do, or is there like a page on Bambu's website that I can go to? You won't be able to paste it, of course, but is there a page that I can go to that will help me determine like what age? And I'm very curious to know what the difference is between the single and dual laser in terms of quality on the machine itself, because yeah, that's kind of interesting. T says, Grant, you don't have any extra boards left over from your previous machines? Not that I'm aware of. I've got a spare cover, but the boards that I have in here, oh, hey, ha, I do actually. Now, why did I replace this? No, wait, this is not the right board. This is the... Yeah, okay, this is one of the newer boards. So yeah, these are the newer boards. Because... Here, we'll put them side by side for you guys. There's your difference. That's the old board, that's the new one. So it's got the flat flex in it rather than this big chunky connector. So these are the boards that I have. However, this board here, this screw is stuck in there so bad it will not come out. So, yeah. That is not great. Not great. So the spares that I have are not for this printer. Oh. All right. I'm just checking to make sure that we don't have any other damage. I guess this might just be filament. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, Steve. Steve Build, member for 5 months. Basic support. Thank you, sir. How are you doing? Will says he's got a jet. See you later. Sir Will says you are coming from V8, so you don't have to worry about the dual red laser. Don't use it, he says. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, this one got angry. But we know what we need. So I guess there are 2 versions. I almost want to take out the other X1 carbon out of its box. The one that I'm shipping back. So we can compare the single versus dual red laser modules. Because that honestly sounds like it would be a lot of fun. But I don't want to take another printer out. We will have to replace the PTFE tube. It has suffered some pretty serious injuries here. Daniel Deslandis, welcome to Basic Support. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your support. Hey, like the stream if you haven't. But Steve, Daniel, thank you both for becoming members or continuing your memberships. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, so these are not jammed. The filament's just stuck in them. That's no big deal. I'm told. The extruder looks okay. I'm just not used to it, so to show you guys the webcam here. I'm not used to the filament sensor being this large. The filament sensor that I'm used to is quite a bit smaller than this. So it's very interesting the things that Bambu has done to change their machines throughout time. So interesting. Zombie Hedgehog member for 1 year. I said, have you tried leveling your bed? You can't really do that on these. That I'm aware of. Let's see. So we've also got... see if we got any dates on this thing. It is model number PF001-P. Trying to see if we have a serial on it anywhere. No, we don't. Well, I don't know if I want to try to do, if I want to try to do anything to it. Like, I don't know. I don't think I want to turn it on at this point. Like, there's no point in hurting it. So, I'm not here to create more problems with this machine. I do want it to work. Because this one has no warranty. I am the warranty for this one. Just kind of taking a look to see if there's things that I need to be aware of on this machine. She's just very dirty, but I guess that makes sense. Thomas, member for 6 months on the Discord. Thank you, thank you. I do greatly appreciate it. Your guys' support is really helpful here. Thank you. Let's see. Nope, I was waiting to see if the individual that joined earlier has done anything. We have not. Okay. So what else would we like to look at this? This machine was pre-broken. We got it this way. This is a machine that we just unboxed. We bought it knowing it had issues. Okay? So this is not anything else. This is, you know, this is expected. It's fine. We were expecting this. I'm not upset at this point. I'm just wanting to make sure that we fix it and we fix it right. I guess I can go ahead and put the screen on it. There's no reason not to. Where did I put the damn screen? There's the screen. I want to clean it first because it's a little messy. So clean that off. So much fun. Okay, from there we need to flip the machine around. To do that, we're going to go ahead and move this camera out of the way so it's not in my way anymore. Dual red laser toolhead board serial number looks like those combinations. The blue/red laser looks like that. Okay, well I have the toolhead board, so let's see. Let me go to the full overhead cam. I'll bring up the two boards. We'll put the glass on. So we have a work surface. And you guys get to see what things look like above. And we're going to go ahead and zoom right in. Okay. So dual red laser board serial number looks like 00X3XXA. I don't even know where I'd be looking for this. If you guys see where we're supposed to be looking for this, let me know. So that's the Extrucon board. That's V5. Huh. There's just so many little things on it. Is there a barcode on it? Oh, yeah, hey, there's a little thing there. 003001A2, I think, on that little thing. Oh man, that's not even focusing, is it? Yeah. Yeah, so this is a dual... So this is a dual red laser. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. There's a ton of conformal coating all over these boards. It's actually why that old set of toolhead boards didn't work out. Those old set of toolhead boards didn't work out because in the flat flex connector and on this board, There's one down here. The screw holes were covered in conformal coating, so that did not work. That did not work. Yeah, so we got it. We know it's a dual red laser module. I don't know if like, what's the difference, I guess? So, like, what's the difference between a dual red and a red and blue? Like, is it okay to have that? Or, you know, do we really want to make sure that we have, you know, both things? Like, I don't know. You guys will have to tell me what your thoughts are there. Here, we'll go back to that. What do you guys think? Do we also switch out for the newer lasers? I don't have that, but I'm sure we could. So Ajax is asking if one is superior to the other. So in the 3D scanning world, blue laser is pretty much the only way that you get, like, really, really good detail, right? So you get much better detail. So apparently they've used them interchangeably. I don't know, man. Part of me says, what the hell? We'll see if they send us one. Like, I'll ask them. Well, see, then I have to be honest. Then I can't use a burner account. Right? Part of this is I want to use a burner account, so that I'm not recognized. I'm gonna use a different address, so that I'm not recognized. Because Bambu has admitted to giving us special support, and that's not what I'm trying to do. At this point, it is pretty much a test to see about getting parts and all that. And so T says to have the previous owner do that, and that's not his job anymore. It's my job now. It's my printer now, and I'm not going to have the previous owner go do legwork for stuff that's not their damn problem. And, like, that's like if you bought a car from somebody and you're like, hey, the warranty's in your name. Do you mind calling the dealership and getting these parts for me? No. The printer's so old, it's not under warranty anymore from what I'm aware of. Hey, guys, like the video if you haven't. It'd be nice if you do like it. Got 101 viewers currently, which is pretty sweet. To start your support ticket. Yeah, I don't think I need to contact support for this. You know, I'm not even sure of the right way to do it, to be honest with you. Oh, the whole stream started over. That's weird. Huh. Whatever. Yeah, so because it's a Kickstarter machine, it is absolutely past its time. So we're out of warranty, but we might still be in, you know, like the ability to reach out to support. Oh, this is the new ETFE. Okay. Jeez, I'm tired. Who would have thought? Working long hours, late nights, early mornings makes you tired. There's like this I don't know why there's like these pieces of VHB. Let me see what they're for. You should purchase the parts without having to talk to CS. Yes. That is the goal. I don't know what these are for. Big old sticky pieces of VHB. Yeah, the goal is to be able to buy the parts without talking to customer support. You know, that way we can just buy the parts. But Will is saying that you might need more than that. So let's go to the Bambu website and see what we can see here. I'm just gonna do it on my phone because it's the easiest thing for me to do. Sound good? Sounds good. Everybody's in agreement. Isn't that cool? All right, new tab. BambuLab.com. It's funny if I just type in Bambu in my browser, it goes to support tickets, which is just kind of funny to me. So we're gonna go to accessories here. We'll we'll zoom out and we'll do it on the top down. Accessories for the X1 series. Great. Wait a minute. That's a totally different looking hot end. Has Bambu changed their hot end? It looks... Alright, whatever. It looks different. Sorry, moving on. Got most of that. Got socks. We're not buying plates. Sorry, Bambu, I prefer the aftermarket plates to the regular plates. Let's see. This is an X1 carbon. Looking for circuit boards. So far, nothing. Okay, so we've got the Extruder interface board V9. We're gonna need one of those. Like that's actually the issue that we have, is that specific board. What else do we need? We need this V9 flat flex cable. Although I think I already have one of those. I'm just gonna go ahead and order one just to be safe. We don't need the logo LED cable. We have that. Oh, hey, they've got, like, pre-done sets. Okay. We're just gonna end up doing that, so... yeah, we'll have to do that. Bolby says, may I suggest putting 10 pounds of tannerite inside to fix the Bambu? For legal reasons, this is a joke. Tannerite is legally purchasable here in Florida. And we looked at what it would take. We have a problem. Tannerite is a binary explosive. And while you can legally purchase it and use it, if you film it, it is now for commercial purposes and you must possess an explosives license, which I don't have. It's on my bucket list of licenses to obtain in my life. You know, right next to, like, race car licenses and shit. But, yeah. I don't own an explosives handling license. So, none of that. Ashley Williams says, what about thermite? Can you use that? Yeah, thermite, it's just, powdered rust and powdered aluminum. Like, you can make thermite at home. And you ignite it with some magnesium, which I have in stock. So that stuff's pretty easy. But yeah, I need to most likely go ahead and use the burner email, get things set up. We'll ship everything to Victoria. Mindbender9 says, don't they give away those licenses in Florida? No, they don't. In fact, the letter boys like to come knocking when you have licenses like that. I don't want to destroy this printer. Like, I very much like this printer to function. It would be ideal for me if this printer functioned. Zombie says, silly question, will they know this printer is yours? No, they won't. Because this printer was not purchased by me through Bambu. It was purchased by a fan. And then that fan had the problem with the toolhead board and said, F it, I'm done, I don't want to deal with it, you take it. I said, okay, we'll do that. So yeah, that is exactly how all of that went. Want to call your home WAN IP? Oh, that would require me to put it on a network. We don't put Bambus on networks. Oh yeah, we're supposed to. We do need to turn it on because and it's probably going to fail the checks, but we do need to figure out what version of the firmware it has. Because if it doesn't have a good version, I want to make sure that we figure out a way to update it. That is the other issue, is that if this machine is old enough, it won't have the latest firmware with the, not the filament runout, the thermal runaway issue. Sami says yes, but they can somehow ID it from this stream. If Bambu is watching me that well, that that they're like paying attention to the serial numbers and stuff, you know what? They've earned it. They've earned it. And at that point, if they want to merge the two accounts, go ahead. But for me personally, I'm good. I don't need them to know it was me, and quite frankly, my preference is that they don't. I'm not looking for special treatment, and I think that anybody that does is doing a disservice to their fan base. No offense to those that do, right? But I think you're doing a disservice to your fan base if you're trying to get special support, because at that point, you know, you're not presenting the full story. So, yeah. All right, let's get zoomed in on that front screen here. I will switch you guys over so you can see the webcam here. I need to build a deck. That's what I need to do. All right, let's turn it on and see what happens. Daniel says, do you have to register the printer to get updates? I don't know. I am not going to put this printer online. I can't. I can't legally put this printer online, so we're not going to. I'll be very curious to see if it throws errors, because it's missing boards. Nope, it doesn't care. Okay. So it does not care. It hasn't thrown an error, even though it's got nothing there. I love how, like, none of the sensors have thrown errors yet. 1.04.01, so this machine does have the more recent, things. Network. It can see my networks. I don't know who that network is. We're just going to go ahead and turn that off. Fun fact on Bambu's. Check this out. So you just saw how I turned off the network, right? Ready? We're going to turn off the printer. And then we're going to turn it back on. Justin Miller says, why not update the printer, then perform a factory reset? Because I would go to federal prison. Once these machines hit our facility, we can no longer update them via the network. We can't do that. It is not okay. It is not legal. We cannot put the machines on the network because we don't know what they're sending back, because they encrypt all traffic to and from the machine. There is nothing that we can do to show what's actually going on. So check this out. I restarted the machine. It turns its Wi-Fi back on. It turns the Wi-Fi back on every single time you restart the printer. That is a problem. So if you have decided to turn off your printer's Wi-Fi and you have previously connected it to your network and not told it to forget, it will try to reconnect when you reboot the printer. So be known. That is a problem. Yeah. It doesn't have an account, which is good. It was likely factory reset beforehand. So yeah. We got that. Mindblower9 says, can you set up a hotspot from your phone, use a VPN, then connect the printer to your phone separately from your LAN? No! We cannot do that. ITAR, CMMC guidelines. This is for doing business with the federal government. They do not allow for things like that. And in fact, I would get in more trouble if I attempted to subvert the issues. So we have put in a formal request with the NSA to assist in figuring out what these machines say and why. I have also put in a formal request with Bambu. That request has been denied. to get more information on it, because if they do want these machines to be useful in the enterprise world, and I think they do because the X1E is a thing, they have to start understanding and complying with ITAR regulations, because no business worth a salt right now would say that I'm going to build a business on Bambu printers. They're just not. Especially ones that do business with the feds, because it is very illegal. Like, very, very, very illegal. Yeah, the only way the machine can leave the site is under the guidance of... I use U.S. Navy SOCOM because we have an office here in Tampa, and we work with them on this kind of thing. So they're actually aware of the other machine going back. They have assisted me in making sure that all of its data has been wiped to effective levels. So yeah. Ooh, she's a dirty girl. She just got some dirt on her. But, yeah. Ducky says, I'm on firmware version 1.06.05.01, and it doesn't turn the Wi-Fi back on after a restart. Well, 1.04.01 does. So, yeah. For those wondering about ITAR, my brother explains, but it stands for International Traffic and Arms. Or in Arms Regulation. International Traffic in Arms Regulation. So it means that we do work with the federal government, and every now and then those jobs involve things that sometimes go bang. And that is as much as I can legally discuss about those projects. Ricardo says, should I build a Voron then if I want a Core XY printer that isn't sketchy with its data? Yeah, you probably should. We were looking at the Cheaty Tech, but I'm having an issue. So anyone with the Cheaty Tech, since we're here, screw it, let's just go through it. I'm getting an MCU MKS_THR shutdown saying that the timer is too close. I don't know why this occurs. It occurred in the middle of a print, and then it occurred at the start of a print. I might have just clicked start print and then walked away from this printer, and it's just been, sitting here all night. But, whatever. Do firmware reset, reset clipper. I don't know if any of that's going to work. But, yeah. Chorjay says, since you haven't put any company data on this machine yet, are you still not able to put it on a separate network? So there is some people that theorize that you can do this. I'm not willing to test, and I'm not willing to get a visit. So, yeah. So, yeah. Theoretically, since it's never been on our network, we could look at putting it on a different network. But I have no desire to, do all that. 3D printing with the $5! Saying good luck with the pair. Thanks, Joe! It's a broken toolhead board. So we know what the issue is. We just have to get the boards from Bambu. So that's the next step. The next step is to buy the boards. That's the next step. Darkening Shadow says, there appears to be multiple Clipper posts with MKS boards. Might be something up with those boards in the MCU error. System works properly according to this machine. I'm just gonna... A Bambu without an AMS just doesn't look right, Like, they look so weird without the AMS on them. I'm going to try something real quick, because on this drive here should be the upgrade. So I have the latest firmware. This is how firmware should be done, kids. Bambu engineers, you guys should, listen up. You should be able to update from USB or SD. Of course, it doesn't work for me for some reason, but you should be able to. You should be able to. Daniel says, so to buy a used Bambu that has not been upgraded, you absolutely must register it online first. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. I have no intention of registering mine. I gotta work out to see what we need. Well, you guys are gonna see it. We're gonna go ahead and start a print on the Cheaty Tech back here. I've just got some test prints that I need to run. And we'll see if it throws the MKS error again. Other than this issue with the toolhead board, it looks like everything else is okay. Ivan says, why not simply toss out all the proprietary electronics and convert this over to Clipper? Because if you toss out all the proprietary electronics, you might as well just toss out the entire printer. Every single thing in this machine is proprietary. Every single thing is proprietary. Oh, hey, it's now figured out the toolhead board's malfunctioning. Your toolhead board is malfunctioning because your toolhead board is right here. That is why your toolhead board is malfunctioning. So we're just going to turn this thing off because it's not going to be able to do anything. Louis G said, did you update it to the latest firmware? Which printer? The Bambu? No, because I can't. The Cheaty Tech, I tried, but it's not working for me. So I don't know why. It's not working. Zombie says, I know someone who is clipperizing their printer. You essentially reuse the motion system. Is it physics? Because if so, we've been in contact. We've been having some fun on that. Oh, Cheaty. I tried to, but it's not letting me. So I don't know what is going on there. Ashley says that CNC Kitchen did a video chat with the Bambu CEO. And he said he's afraid that people will use non-Bambu firmware. He didn't want to risk it. I'm like, dude, Prussia can tell the difference. Yeah, Prussia did the thing that I think kind of makes the most sense here. They made it so if you do want to put non-stock firmware on the machine, you have to cut a piece on the motherboard. And I think that that's fair. It makes sense to me, right? I even brought out my nice Honey Badger plate. I've got one of the dual-sided Honey Badger plates, and ooh, I love these plates so much. Fabrico makes them. They are really, really nice build plates. Very, 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 very much like those build plates. But yeah, so we know we need to get new toolhead boards for the Bambu. We need to get a new ribbon cable. I've got a spare ribbon cable, but for 50 bucks, I'm probably just gonna do that. I will work with Will from Bambu to figure out... We're probably a single red. And blue, I honestly don't know what lasers we are. So that'll be something that we have to figure out. And I don't know. Should we stream the repair or no? I don't know if we should stream the repair. Ducky says, what are your thoughts on the A1 Mini? I've seen some people having them in the wild. Experiences are mixed, but mostly positive. I cannot recommend Bambu printers to people at this time. And the reason for that is the support. The support is very much hit or miss. And if you're lucky, you'll have a great experience with support. You'll have no problems. And you'll have a great experience. But if you're not lucky, like me, I've been very unlucky with support. And it's mostly because I can't provide log files. Because I can't provide log files, support is unwilling to help me. So, there's that. And that is what it is, right? If they don't want to help me, they can take the printer back. That's actually why I'm getting rid of my old X1 Carbon, because support's like, well, if you don't give us the log files, we can't help you. I said, no. You can, because you don't need log files for an LCD screen that is killing SD cards. And I finally said, you know what? Screw it. Just give me take the printer back. Give me my money back. And that is, and I will read this verbatim. You know, and in fact, I'm going to show you guys, because I think it is important that we show you guys together what this looks like. So I told Bambu that you can go ahead and process a return for the printer. You can see what else is there, but it's basically you can return the printer. From here, They said, thanks for your reply. My apologies for upsetting you. That certainly was not my intention. I can see that you are on our list of KOL customers. Let me get someone from that department to assist you. And at that point, Cyprian steps in and basically says, no, everything that you've been told is wrong. And we're more than happy to help you. And while that's nice, I would not have gotten that if I wasn't on their list of key opinion leaders. KOL is normally what KOL stands for. And at that point, I said, I'm done. And it's because support did not get proper training, or they weren't willing to do something until they found out that I was a content creator. And I don't think that it's fair that the only way that I got the assistance that I actually needed and should have had to begin with was because I was a content creator. That's not fair. That's not fair to the average person that doesn't have this presence online. It's just not fair. And so to me, I said, no, my old decision of no, just give me my money back stands. And Bambu has issued a return label. Once they receive the printer, they'll issue me my money back, which is fine because I'm going to put that money into a Prusa XL. Mike Command? Yeah, Mike Command says, what's in the log files? Why can't they release the info? Sounds shady. Yeah, it's shady. Sounds shady. They say there is proprietary information inside of those log files, and unfortunately, you can't do a packet capture because the encrypting is done on chip. So you use a Spintrol MCU, and the encrypting is done on chip. The log files are very large and in fact increase in size by more than the print file every single time that you print it. And yeah, it's just kind of one of those things for me. I understand that companies will give special support to content creators, right? It's kind of we all kind of know what happens, right? But when you admit to it in writing, come on, guys. Come on, guys. You're smarter than that. Or at least, I thought you were. Troy J says I would have less issues with special support if they were doing it for your other business. Yeah, like if they had a paid support where like me as a business could go in and say, all right, I'll pay for X amount of support and, you know, you guys help me out. I can understand that, but no. Rusty's Mustang Garage says encrypted log sounds much like DJI. Funny thing about that, it is DJI. They even use Spintrol MCUs. Zombie says, do other companies request your entire print file for support? None that I've ever worked with. Prusa never has. Prusa has never, ever requested a print file from me. Ever. Oh, okay, we're printing now. Hey. Wait, we're not printing. What the hell's going on? What the... Listen. Okay. Well, this cheaty tech is upset. I don't know why it's upset, but something's upset. Are you... So you're not extruding. Ah, there is no filament. Wait, you have a filament sensor. Why... Huh. Okay. Obviously, I need to get more filament. Do I have filament out here? I mean, I should. That's weird. I thought this printer had a filament runout sensor, but apparently, if it does, it doesn't work. Oh. Of course, the filament is in physically the worst location that filament could ever be. And yes, we're shifting gears into another printer. This is just how life goes for me, okay? We're here. We're doing work. We're going to work together. Sound good? Sound good. All right. Oh, crap. Where's the damn spool? Get out! Yep. It's a fully empty spool. I thought this machine had a runout sensor. Wait, it's turned off by default and I have to turn it on? No. Yeah, it is. It's totally off by default. What the heck? Well, that is just so stupid. Why would that be off by default? Why would that... Why would that be off by default? It's... What? Why? Alright, I would love to be able to do the latest update, but I followed the instructions on the Google Drive. I've got the file here, the files for the update. But, it doesn't work. We can try it again, but it didn't work. It's all about the side quests here, you know? We're all about the side quests. Yeah, on the About screen. So I'm running SoC is V 4.2.2, MCU is V 0.10.0, and the UI is V 4.2.2. So. Oh, apparently Bambu's putting ads on my channel. Yes, I know that. I know that Bambu has been running ads on my channel. And it's hilarious because Bambu is paying a lot of money to run ads on my channel. So thanks, Bambu. We've had great numbers recently for our ad revenues, so... You know, I'll take it. Thanks. But, yeah. A side quest is an entirely different product. Well, hey, look, if you came here for someone to stay on topic, you have come to the wrong stream. Like, you've sincerely come to the wrong stream, because that is not, it's not what we do here. We don't normally stay on topic, unfortunately. I'd like to, but, you know, my brain often doesn't let me. Alright, so, let me run inside, let me get some filament. Then I'm going to take this camera, we're going to put it over here, so we can watch this printer. Yeah. The latest is 4.2.10. For what? Are you telling me that I have newer firmware than they have? Lisa says, did you unzip the file on your computer and put it in the printer? I did, yes. That is exactly what I did, actually. I love how when you go to the reboot tab, it just says notice system is working properly. So... That's funny. Alright, let me go get a roll of filament. I'll be right back. I'm gonna probably get some design white. I know I have 2 of those open. Jeez. Okay. God, it's a disaster. There's so much random bits of foam over there. Okay, Cheaty. I still hate that you put your spools back there. Alright, let me go ahead and get the filament fed in. You know what the worst part is? Nobody's made good spool holders for this printer yet. The printer's got some screws in it. It's got like some screw holes. But yeah, you have 4.2. Okay, .10. Got it, .10. Got it. Okay, see, I don't know crap about firmware. Russ says he's gotta run. Enjoy. See you, Russ. Everybody say bye, Russ. Alright, let me try to get this into this printer. It also has one of the weirdest ways to feed filament. It's truly not a great system, in my opinion. Okay, go in. Thank you. Okay. On the bright side, I can run this off of like a Prusa spool holder or something. So I'm not that concerned about it. I had no idea that the filament runout sensor was turned off by default. That has got to be one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen from a printer manufacturer. Because that does not make sense. That is Candyland level WTF, mate. It really is. Okay, now we gotta go to load. Turn it to like 220, sure. Okay. Yeah, Cheaty, I feel like they had a lot of thought that went into this printer, and then right at the end, whoever was supposed to be in charge of the engineering and design got fired. And the person that took over, it was like their first job. Because it seems like it got sloppy, and I don't understand. What the hell? I just dropped a bunch of crap. Whatever. Alright, I am going to move this thing to the other side. We're going to run it on battery since it's got over an hour worth of battery on it. It's funny, this was the old table that this actually used to be on for a lot of years. Having the spool holder on the back is such a bad position. Yep. It is a terrible position, and to this day, I have no idea why Cheaty chose it. And the USB's in the friggin' back. Like, I don't get it. You guys had so many opportunities to make a printer that theoretically could compete with Bambu. And then you just said, nah, we're good. We're good. We'll let them have the W. It's no big deal. Then the door. Everything is so tight. Like the working space that I'm in, everything is very tight in here. All right. I have such a small little working area because of all the machines. Let's do main. Ah, crap. The friggin' webcam interface is broken again. Gotta get that figured out. All right. There. I don't know why that does that. It's like every time I move it, it gets angry and stops. And stops, like, you know, the thing. So we got to go ahead and load filament. Of course, I have no idea. Oh, okay. It instantly grabbed the filament. Great. That's good. Wonderful. I'm going to push it a little bit more. Let's get it all purged out. Also, the bed has gotten damaged. I don't know why. It looks like the parts have just kind of ripped it up. But that's not that big of a deal overall. Is there a way to remove the door on these printers? Because the door is really in my way. Looks like the door just pops off. Because when I close... Oh! You guys can kind of see in through the door. Alright. We're going to go ahead and... Oh, right. Yeah. The update firmware just doesn't work. I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah, Voron really should make sure that they don't mount it on the back. Well, I don't know, if someone wants to help me figure out the firmware on that, that'd be great. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and run this test file that I have. So, yeah. There you go. That's an okay view, right? That's an okay view. I think. Get that little bit of filament out. That's probably a better view if I do that, right? Yeah. Oh, that's right. All the printing occurs right up at the top. There you go. All right. That should be okay. So now we're redoing this print with Jesse PLA instead of some old Amazon Basics stuff that I've had laying around for way too damn long. Like back when Amazon Basics used yellow spools, or white spools. Gray spools? I don't freaking know. Gray spools. It's been a minute. Had that stuff around for a while. So I'm glad it's gone. But, you know. Ooh, Tesla missed EPS by 9.8%. That's rough. My brother asks if I've tried using a SanDisk. SanDisk Ultra 3.0, 32 gig, reformatted. Nothing else is on it. It can see the folder structure. Yeah. Fotis says stop breaking bamboos. Fotis, in my defense, it came like this. It came like this. But we're not on the bamboo. We're actually on the cheaty tech again. Because, like, you know, we're here. We're hanging out. Yeah. Remove it the Uncle Jesse way. Be nice to Clayton. He's such a good guy. And he gets a bad rap because he does break printers on boxes. And I feel so bad. But yeah. Louis G asked if I formatted it to FAT32 4096. Also set the name as white space. I did. Yeah. Yep. Bob from California says, what am I looking at? Just got here. Well, Bob, you missed all the fun where we determined that my Bambu Lab X1 Carbon, well, this new one that we got from a fan, has a broken connector on the toolhead board. It's going to need a brand new toolhead board, but it's going to need an entire toolhead assembly because it is an older printer that doesn't, it can't update to the latest stuff. So the Bambu here is out of commission for the meantime. Yeah. So basically that's it. Anyways. Louis G said the update button should show in about once it detects it. It never detected it. Like, I can go into, so like, I can see the folder in there. So I have the update files in the folder and then on the drive as well. So I have them in both places. I can see the folder in the menu system, but nothing happens. So it's a little weird. But yeah, so we got an angry Bambu, which I guess for me is just kind of part and parcel of my experience. Looks like it's about a $50 bill to go ahead and fix that problem, which is fine. I'm not worried about that at all. Actually, honestly, if you ask me, it's a pretty reasonable price. I'm just glad they allow it at all. So. Oh, man. Yeah, it is a zipped file. Yep, I've unzipped the file. It's in the drive. Yeah, I follow the directions, damn it. I know people don't think I follow directions, but I did. I followed those directions. Also, look, we can zoom way in. Which actually might end up being a better move. I don't know. But yeah, Lewis, if you want, there's a Patreon Discord where we've been talking about it. Yep, Lisa, we unzipped it. It made 3 files. That was all kind of done that way. I love how people in our Patreon Discord have already said, use my name, an email to mess with Bambu. Wow, someone tweeted at me, said, can't wait to see a stream of you whining and complaining for a few hours. Was there really any whining or complaining? I don't think that there was. No, I think we actually attacked this pretty well. We figured out what the problem is, and yeah, I don't think there was any whining or complaining. I'm just gonna reply with who hurt you, because I think that's important. No more than normal, Joel Driver says. Duff says, did you pray to Cthulhu before flashing? I mean, I took my shirt off. Does that count? Oh, hey, we're getting the problem that I've had with this. Let me try upping my temp. So, it's under extruding pretty bad. And we don't know why this occurs, but it occurs. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, come on. Figure it out, damn it. I don't know if I can show this to you guys. I might be able to. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see the under extrusion. See it? That's the other thing I've been dealing with, is that it just like will randomly start to under extrude for no reason. It's hot enough. It's just not pulling filament. So what we need to do is pause. Let's go ahead and pause it. We'll get the temp up. We're going to remove. Gonna try to remove the damn. Get up! Hate this part, man. Removing Bowden couplers is always a pain in the butt. Give me a second. Yeah, it didn't work out. That has been the issue that I've been dealing with this machine, and I don't know why. So I'm going to go ahead and retract filament. And we're going to see, I'm guessing the filament is just grinding for some reason. So we're going to pull it out. We're going to take a look at it. Oh, no, I can't pull it, which means it's stuck on the stupid filament holder. Honestly, this filament holder on the back side of the printer is not a great design. And I'm kind of cursing the engineers that designed it, because it's not not a good product design. Like, just overall, it's not a great product design. All right, so why are we not? Okay, so we're not pulling filament because we just decided that we didn't want to, or what happened? Like, talk to me. Who hurt you? Why are we angry? Why are we angry? Who hurt you? Okay. So I can pull filament out. It's just not all that smooth. So I wonder if this spool design is not very compatible. We're gonna find out. We moved it. All right. Here we're going to break off some filament. There's a side mount on printables. There is a side mount on printables. The problem with all the damn side mounts that I see is that they require drilling holes in the printer. And I don't want to drill holes in the printer. It seems stupid to drill holes in a printer. I don't know. I don't like the idea of having to drill holes in a machine. All right. We got, ladies and gentlemen, we've got poop. Okay. Also got some schmoo on the back of the hood. Okay. All right. Let's hit play. Let's see what happens. Let's see if that fixes it. It should. That's not a bad view angle for you guys. Oh yeah, okay. It's doing all right. We're pulling. See, offset's a little close, but it's a textured build plate, so I'm not going to worry about it. Leonidas says do some redneck engineering and duct tape it to the side. I mean, I've thought about it, but this machine does have some screws, so I might pull out one of my big scanners and scan the side of the machine and go ahead and build a spool holder, because it's got some nice, good screw points on it. We just, you know, have to be able to use them. Mike comments, says the printer is designed for shelf storage, stacked farm with clear access from the back as well as the front. In most print farms that I've seen, printers don't have access on the back. Like, we have a print farm, we have, you know, the nice industrial shelves and all that, and they're all up against walls. The room is only 10 feet wide, so they can't be in the middle of the room. John also says throw the spool on the Sobel. I could. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about it. Looks like we got it at least a little bit fixed. You could use some very strong magnets. The entire printer is plastic. So there's not... It's all injection molded plastic, basically. So there's really not a lot of metal for us to work on. So I might just end up drilling the holes. Even Sobel has a spool holder on their website, and it fits into one of the handles. Last I checked. But yeah, we've been getting an MKS error on this machine, and it's kind of a weird one. So. Louis G says filament dryer with PTF E2. That is one of my favorite ways to run printers. It's actually how I would run my X1 Carbon when we had all the... we were running a bunch of carbon fiber through it. Sunlu S2 dryer right into a Y cable. That's like when I had the machine running reasonably well. And then it started killing SD cards. And it's like, well, crap. So. Fun times. So just so you guys are aware, I've been testing out these models for a little bit now. I've not had a ton of success. I know some of it is going to be related to settings, right? And a lot of this is going to be settings things. However, I don't know. I think that whole filament path is just not there for me. Also, I am really debating on putting a lavalier microphone in here. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Maliko, right? Yeah, Maliko. Oaklam? Sure. Says 30-pound permanent double stick 3M tape should be good enough for a nice flat surface. It should, yeah. Putting some VHB on there should be good. Oh, I'm dropping packets! Guess what we get to do when we're done? We get to call Spectrum! Yay! We get to call Spectrum! Hooray! So stupid. Boda says, why? I just got a Bambu Lab ad in my stream. Yep. We know they're running ads on the channel. Mike says, print a self-standing spool holder to catch it to the wall. Yeah. We've been... So, I've got... I built a custom mount that fits onto the front of my shelves. And then I can put the Prusa spool holders. You know, the ones that can put 2 spools on them. Because as dumb, stupid as those spool holders are, they work with any spool from any manufacturer that I've ever tried. George White says it's rep rack time. God, I wish I could put a rep rack in my office. I don't have the space for it. And it is very upsetting. Ooh, we're under extruding. We're under extruding a lot. Are we not dragging filament in again? What the heck? Hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah, we've been actually been under extruding for a while now. I'm assuming it's the same problem. Yep. It is. I'm guessing this has to do with the spool holder, so we're going to do what Joel said. Yeah, I can't pull the filament out. So we are going to put the filament up on the Sobel and say screw it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Whoop. Did I mess up your angles? I did a little bit, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and pull this all forward. Pop the cover off on the rear here. Yeah, put the spool on the Sobel. That's what we're going to do. It's like, in theory, this is a really nice spool holder design, but in practice, it is anything but that. It's just, it's not well done. They had every opportunity to do it right, and I feel like they chose every opportunity to do it wrong. So, I don't know. Put that up there. Let's see, can we pull the filament? Yep, we can. I also don't like how it moves every 3 degrees. Like, it moves in thirds of a degree. It's kind of weird. But yeah, you can see the damage in there. So for when you need to support other printers. That's funny. That's actually really funny. And I, too, love the rep rack system. I think Pooch did a great job designing it. However, I just don't have the space for it. And it is... Whoop. It is very upsetting to me that I don't have the space for it. Because I would very much love to put a rep rack in. And we just don't have the space here. Is the front door polycarbonate? I think that's giving the front door a lot of credit. I don't think it's polycarbonate. It's a clear plastic, but I think calling it polycarbonate's not fair to polycarbonate because it doesn't feel like polycarbonate. Okay. All right, we're ready to go. Let's send it. All right. Now we're moving back the right way. I think there's a UPS truck outside my house. It's not going to bridge very well, but we don't really expect it to. That's okay. I wanted to see if it finishes this, you know? So it's running at 235. We're using the hardened steel nozzle because, like, why bother using the other one at all, in my opinion? That's my crappy personal opinion, so, you know, grain of salt that, of course. All right. We're rolling. And I can see the spool moving on the Sobel, which means we're pulling filament in, so that's a plus. Nope, it's experiencing the same problem that I've seen. Let me see if, like, a good way to show this to you guys. So it, like, randomly under extrudes. So you see how we've got just some random under extrusion, and especially on overhangs, it starts to under extrude, and I don't know why it does that. Yeah, it's not. Does it have to go to 240 maybe? It might just need more heat. Oh no, we're gonna keep giving it more heat till it either breaks harder. Zombie says, have you tried leveling the bed? You cannot level the bed on this printer. It is not an option. I know it's a joke, but it's fun just to respond to Zombie. What material? This is Jesse PLA Design White. I think it's just running too fast, maybe. I don't know. I'm running the stock Orca Slicer profile for this. Flow limit is 15, I think. It probably needs to go down to 12. Just looking at it, it probably needs to go to 12. 220 should be more than enough, but it is a hardened nozzle. Cheaty claims that with their other hot end, you can get 35 cubic millimeters a second, which is just astronomically crazy to me. I'm seeing if it starts to look okay. I found that some slicer profiles are too aggressive. That's my assumption here, too. I'm okay with, like, kind of wasting a little bit of filament to find out. But I need parts where we're not limiting ourselves. Like, well, that starts to get rough. Where we're not limiting ourselves based on cooling. We're limiting ourselves based on, like, the amount of material that we can push. It looks like 240 it's happy with. But 240 is very, very hot for this. Osric says uses the wrong hot and then wonders why it under extrudes for $5. Thanks for spending $5 to make fun of me. Cool. So I want to always run hardened nozzles on every printer that we have. If this had a diamond nozzle option, I would be running that. Not just because I call them and I get nozzles, but part of this is I want to know that no matter what material that we're printing in, I don't have to worry about it. It's just gonna work. And so what I did is I kind of mimicked the same speeds and feeds that the Bambu uses on this machine, and left some of its, like, thermal limitations on there. So, yeah. Joel Driver says, LOL, at 35, the heat that would be generated from the pressure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. She's, that's a spicy meatball, 35. What's the chamber temp? Currently sitting at 29. The top cover is off of it. There is no top cover. So, yeah. Has Liz with the Canadian $1.99. Liz, are you sorry? I don't even know what it says. It says vibes, I think. I don't know, man. Liz, I'm so glad your Bambu experience is not like mine. Like, I am so unbelievably glad. Because you have not had great luck with machines either, so. Ducky says Cheaty has slightly shorter melt zone. I can check that. Because I've got hot ends for both right here. We can check this. Oh, God, we can check this. Let's go. Hey, let's take a look, because I got a Bambu hot end right there. I got a Cheaty Tech. It's funny, because they use basically the same heatsink. Can I use the same hot end on these? No, the Bambu's a little bit different. Dang. So, if we put them together... No, actually... the Cheaties is a little bit longer, it looks like to me. But yeah, they're very similar. Boy, I wonder why they're so similar. There you guys go. There's your differences between the two. Like, the bolt pattern is so close, you could probably fit a Bambu hot end onto a Cheaty printer. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? I will say that this heater looks more powerful than the one from Bambu, because Bambu uses a really, really thin heater. But yeah, there you go. There's your differences. Yeah, I don't use non-hardened hot ends, basically. For what we print, and for just the general usability, I don't see a huge point or purpose in having non-hardened nozzles. So there's just no point to me. Zombie mentioned earlier, check extruder tension. You can't. It's non-adjustable. Probably a 60 watt. I don't know. Bambu only uses a 40 watt heater. My God, they figured out a way to make that thing efficient with 40 watt. Jeez. Good on them. Like, there's no doubt that Bambu put a ton of engineering into that printer. No doubt. Alright, well, it's running. I know a couple of the parts aren't going to look great, but that's okay. So, tomorrow... this is news that not a lot of people know. Unless you're in our Discord, then you know. Tomorrow, I go for a pre-surgery. I have a pre-surgery meeting tomorrow with my doctor. I got my latest MRIs, and suffice to say, it's still pretty bad. I snapped a photo from my I looked at it with my chiropractor. Here, let me show you guys that photo so you can see the disc issues. For those that don't know, I have a bad back, and it's not great. So there you go. There are your two disc issues. That's what a normal disc with a little bit of bulge looks like. You know, those are getting better. Then you have real dark disc here and here, and you can actually see how bad it bumps in there. So fun times. Fun freaking times. So I go in for it's technically it's a reading, but it's gonna be a pre-surgery meeting basically, because yeah, it's pretty bad. So my best measurements is that we're herniating a little bit closer to 9 millimeters now. We were over 6 when I first had this injury in 2020. So now we're probably closer to about 9 millimeters. The likely solution is going to be a discectomy. My assumption is it's going to be that. So, yeah. Yeah. Fun times. Ostrix says, if I recall, Cheaty uses peak, not PTFE. For the high temp hot, is that what he's using? Yes, that is what I am using. Duff said, did you try leveling your back? Oh, that's great. It's beautiful. Yeah, my disc issues are L4, L5, L5, S1 for those that care to know. T said his friend had surgery for this exact issue. His disc bulge out, pressed on his nerves. Surgery was not successful either, and now his back is worse. Yeah, so that's the problem with this surgery. It's called a microdiscectomy, where they use orthoscopic surgery. They go in, they basically shave the disc down, and they shave the bone down to try to pull it away from the nerves. And it's not a very high success surgery. It's got like an 80 to 85% chance of success. And I'm told the reason that the success is so low is because you can't really understand what you're getting into until you cut the person open. And if you can't fix it, they still have to stitch you up, right? They still have to close you up. And then because you walked out with more stitches than when you walked in, you know, it's considered a failure. So. Yep. And of course, lifting this big behemoth onto the table didn't help. But I'm very thankful for FlexiSpot because this table can go down to 24 inches or 23.6 inches from the ground. Here, how low can this go? There. That is as low as this thing can go to the ground, which means I don't have to lift the printer very high. Like, I don't even have to get it up to my waist. So, it's actually really convenient. And actually, I've had the table lower than normal. I'm putting the table up to where I would normally work. So, up to where, like, comfortable standing height is. Which is way too high for this printer. So, I can just put the table down to where it makes sense. It's these dumb little things that help me be a lot more useful here. So, yeah. Life sucks sometimes, and it kind of is what it is. If they let us film the surgery, we will be filming it. But if they don't let us film the surgery, I will complain until they do. It looks like we're doing okay now, I think. Yeah, looks like it's a little bit cleaner. Now, it looks like 240 might have been the magic number there, so we'll see. I am going to let this continue to go, but we are probably going to wrap the stream because my back is starting to hurt pretty bad. So, yeah. Ostrich says, I think that's the problem. PLA sticks to peak too much at those low temperatures. Huh. Wouldn't know. I don't do a lot with PLA and peak because their temperatures are so different. So I will trust what you have to say there. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you to all of our channel supporters. Thank you to all of you that kicked a couple of bucks into that creator fund. We will be back to fix this Bambu relatively soon. So, you know, when the parts come in, you guys will know. We'll schedule a stream and we will make it happen. Not my first rodeo doing this specific thing to a Bambu, so at least I've done this one before. K2 Kevin says, not ITAR compliant to film surgery. Shouldn't be discussing ITAR and surgery, but, you know, maybe not HIPAA compliant, but it's my decision ultimately. So, we'll see you guys later. Make sure to leave a like if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate you all coming out. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. And as always, keep making awesome. Have a good one.